In this police arrest reaction video, we break down a routine traffic stop, that quickly escalates into allegations of impersonating a police officer, in possession of illegal substances, and the discovery of a firearm. Buckle up, because it's a lot to unpack here. And I'll explain what's happening and why the police take the actions that they take and everything like that, and what kind of lessons that we can learn from all these interactions in the video. Let's jump in.
Yeah, just stand right here, okay?
Okay, I just want you to know I am a cop from Virginia.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so come back here and just relax, okay? If you're a cop, then you don't want people walking up behind you.
Yes, I realize that, but y'all also just walked up on her.
We did a traffic stop on you.
I was sleeping. Excuse me, I did not consent
All right,
to a
put your hands behind you.
No.
Stop.
I'm not under arrest.
Stop.
I didn't
You're
do
being
anything.
detained.
No, Dad!
First off, notice how the officers are immediately concerned about, the suspect's positioning. This isn't just paranoia, there's a reason police ask, people, certain individuals that they pulled over and stuff like that, they ask them to stay in front of them, during the traffic stops. And the reason behind that is because it reduces the risk of someone making sudden movements or sudden moves behind their backs. You know what I'm saying? Imagine having to watch someone while also keeping your eyes on their vehicle and everything like that. And it's just not safe for the officers that's there. You get what I'm saying? With somebody behind their back. But this is why compliance during initial interactions is key to keeping things calm and cool and collective, you know what I mean? And also, listen to how the suspect reacts by mentioning that the officer walked up behind her first. While I understand wanting to point out, point out basically what you thought you seen, or point out double standards. You get what I'm saying? That what's that gonna do? That's gonna escalate things verbally. Isn't usually the best way to de-escalate a situation involving law enforcement.
She was making furtive movements when we were walking up to the side as they were slow rolling, and it was in the center console, but it's loaded. I think that it looked like she was closing the glove box as I was walking around.
I'd say so. She was heavily moving in the front.
So yeah, so the reason why we had you step out is because immediately after all these furtive movements and everything, I looked down and near your right ankle is this bag that has a white powdery residue on it. Obviously, yeah, yes, okay.
We just purchased the car. You can see the tags are brand new.
Okay, that's where we're at.
And here's where things start to get tense. You get what I'm saying? Because the officers mentioned furtive movements. That's law enforcement terminology for sudden or suspicious movements or motions that can indicate someone's trying to hide something like drugs or a weapon or something they don't want the cops to see. Even if it's not intentional, it's all even if it's not intentional, it's all about perception. My advice, always keep your hands visible and let the officers know exactly what you're doing. If you need to reach for anything, even if it's your license, something as simple as saying, I'm going to reach into my glove compartment for my registration, can go such a long way in maintaining transparency during a traffic stop with law enforcement.
She's not an officer. She's not a police officer. She's an armed guard, according to this.
Yeah, well, he says that she works for the Danville Police Department. So if that's not true,
Danville Police Department.
Y'all do. What's her name? She does a security. She's a sergeant for some security company.
She does two things.
Yeah. So
Where's her credentials for her? Where's her badge? Where's her?
I'm going to call and verify her dispatch. I think I'm going to start with impersonating a police officer.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything with her being a police officer.
this is where things take a wild turn, you know, because the suspect claims to be a certified police officer working for the whatever Donville Police Department or so whatever she had said, you know, but now impersonating a police officer is a serious charge, bro. Like a third-degree felony in Florida. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't no joke, you know? And the thing is, there's a big difference between being a certified police officer and actually being employed as one. Certification doesn't automatically give someone the right to carry out law enforcement duties or claim their privileges or like or claim those privileges. I mean, not not the other thing, but in many cases, like to carry a firearm under police authority, you need to be actively employed. And like so what we can learn here, like honesty is the best policy. Trying to pass yourself off as an authoritative figure when you aren't one can backfire spectacularly. Like tremendously it could backfire. And that's why I always say when I make these videos and stuff like that, like I always say, bro, like I was never no cop. I was never no lawyer. I was just a civilian. I'm just a regular civilian that could give his opinion and help educate viewers on certain things because I have a little knowledge of certain things. But I don't know, bro. This is just a crazy situation.
There's a bag.
Baggie. There's no way.
There's a bag. That's the reason we searched. I saw that in plain view.
The little bag we had, there was a bunch of little white powder in it.
And it came out of my car.
It was sitting right where she was sitting.
Whose gun is this?
That's mine.
Okay.
Do you have any concealed weapons permit?
In Virginia, yes.
Jail.
Going to sleep.
You're going to jail.
How
Is
am
where
I
you're
going
going
to
for
jail?
resisting an officer without violence. That's what.
Without violence?
Yes.
And here we have the turning point. Like officers discover, a bag containing what appears to be, drug residue near the suspect's seat, along with a firearm. Using the plain view doctrine, police can seize evidence that's immediately visible without a warrant. Meaning if it's sitting right there in front of them, it's fair game. This moment underscores the importance of knowing your rights, but also understanding that arguing roadside isn't the place to contest these searches. That's what courtrooms are for. At the end of the day, this stop led to charges for resisting arrest and possession of drug paraphernalia and impersonating an officer. Heavy stuff. But there's a valuable lesson and a valuable takeaway here that we can all take away from this whole video, and that is that transparency and cooperation, often help prevent situations from spiraling out of control. Like this situation got all the way out of control and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and here's what I want to say right now. So what do you think of this case? Like, were the officers, justified in their actions and, the route they took, and everything? Did the suspect's behavior escalate the situation unnecessarily? Like, drop your thoughts in the comment section. I love to hear what y'all gotta say about it and y'all perspectives on the situation that we had all watched together and reacted to, right? But don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful reactions and breakdowns of these situations. Stay safe and I'll see you in the next time, in the next one.